It does work. Oh, let's move that over there. Ooh, okay. And then, Paige, you're gonna get this part of your recording just because I'm having to adjust it. All right, let's see. Okay, dokie. All right, I think we're good. All right, I think that's good. Okay, let's keep that there. That looks perfect. All right, man, y'all can just see everything. Okay, dokie. Hold on. Ooh, Paige, are you there? Tell me if you can hear me or not. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah,
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are
good.
you?
I'm good. I'm good. Okay, so normally I'm in my session room at home, but currently I'm in a cabin in the woods in northeastern California in the mountains. So this is what we're getting today. Along with this, okay? So number one, I kind of want to tell y'all, so it's a little bit different. So right now, you can even like Google it. There is a severe storm warning here, and the road has washed out going down the mountain, and then there's going to be blizzards coming up. And so I've never been in this situation before, but if for some reason this goes down, it means I'm not coming back, but I will get you rescheduled as soon as I have. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know, because then you won't be hearing from me for like 36 hours. I don't want you to think I ghosted you. Just know that I'm not dead and I will reschedule you.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I've never been in this situation. We're here visiting grandparents and I have a event down south. And so that's what's happening. So with that being said, welcome in. I just pulled up your appointment. I'm really looking forward to it. I kind of want to tell y'all before we get started a little bit about how I do this, and that way you can better understand like what's going on in her head. Okay, so first off, it's just going to be me. I'm going to be looking up and down a lot. Normally, I have my camera level, but because y'all are here, that's what's going to happen. Hold on, let me go ahead and
Okay.
move this where I can see you better because I'm blind as a bat. But if I put on my glasses, then you won't be able to see my eyes. So with that, obviously, it's just going to be me. One of the things you're going to notice is I'm going to have this pen. Okay, I'm probably going to chew on it. And then I'm also going to have this notepad. My husband got me a new one, but normally it is just full with nothing but little circles. Okay, so all I do is scribble because I get anxiety when I channel, and this is kind of what makes it go away. The next thing that you'll notice is sometimes I will be looking at my phone. It's not the fact that I am texting anybody, but I have refused so far to pay for YouTube Premium. And while I'm doing sessions, I listen to soundtracks. And so sometimes it'll put on a commercial. And so I hit skip. Okay. FYI. Okay. The next thing and the other ones are when we channel. How do we do this? People always want to know, how does this happen? Well, one of the things is that they come through for you. They don't come through for me. I'm just the tool in the shed. It's because they love you. I'm just the one that kind of can understand what they're trying to say. And people always ask, well, how do they talk? Well, they don't always talk like what you would think. The first way, there's 4 different ways they communicate, and it's kind of how I figured it out. The first one is that they will do a lot of signs and symbols. Those things can be anything from it's kind of like I've made them up throughout my entire lifetime, and now we've just agreed that this means this. So if I see like a pineapple with an X through it, that literally means don't move to Florida. Don't ask me why. Okay. Or if I see a Hershey's chocolate bar in my head, that means, oh, we're from Pennsylvania. Okay. Because Hershey, Pennsylvania is there.
Yeah.
Anyway, stuff like that. Another thing too is that they will come through and they will do a whole lot of feelings and emotions. So right now, if you don't know that when I'm talking to you, you're taking these words, you're turning them into feelings and emotions, and you're understanding them that way. So think
Mhm.
of them, they give me feelings and emotions, and I take that and I turn that into words for you. Okay. Now, with that being said, I may sit there for a second and like that, and it's because if I mess up on a feeling and emotion, that could be the difference between they committed suicide or they passed peacefully in their sleep. Like, and those are two big differences. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
FYI. And then the the other two are that they will try to put me either in situations that either happen to you, happen to them, or will happen to you. Now, just FYI, little side notes on that. They put me in situations that I have been in personally. Okay. And I will get the information off of that. So sometimes you may hear me say, well, I mean, it's kind of like upstate New York, but there's less pine trees. So I don't know, maybe like Massachusetts. I really haven't been there a whole lot. And you're like, yeah, Mass. And it's because it's like what has been before. So I'll tell you everything that I'm getting and I'll let you know if it's like not for you and I'm just trying to figure it out. Okay.
Okay.
And then the last thing is that I will get words and phrases. They'll just boop up in my head. I gotta tell you what they are. Those are my most fun because half the time when I get them, I second guess myself. And so I'll be like, they'll show me like the other day I made a video on it or a story thing. They showed me a deer and then they shaped it into like a deer carving on a piece of granite and they said headstone. And I was like, who puts a deer on their headstone? And she was like, oh my God, we just finished, we just got their headstone and then we put a deer on it. I was like, okay, interesting. Okay, so stuff like that. So just be with me. All I really need y'all to do is tell me, hell yeah, Amy, that makes sense. No, it doesn't. And during this whole process, I mean, we can even go into y'all if you want to. I know we want to do people that pass, but if you want me to look into that too down the line, we can. And also, it'd be really cool to like, oh, okay, we'll talk about that. Like, look at your energies too, like the last 5 minutes, because I want to see how well y'all vibe together and like kind of like make some assumptions going down. Okay. So I'll tell you that it is recorded. I'm going to send you the recording tomorrow morning. Okay, so
Okay.
rewatch it, re-listen to it. So let me go ahead and put on. Did my light flicker? You better not. I'm literally staring at all these trees right now. I'm just snow just fell off the top of this thing. I nearly peed myself. Yeah, have never had that happen before. So let me go here. We are going to be listening to um what are we doing? We're gonna do the Rose theme song from Titanic today. That's what we're gonna do for an hour. It's a good little peaceful thing going on. A lot of times it's the Gladiator soundtrack because it's just this droning, consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way I don't pay attention to anything else. So think of what I'm about to do as the most difficult math test you will take in your life. And you can't be distracted one point and you have to be right or everything's on the line. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
it's just no pressure. So hang out with me for a second and we're probably going to bring in one at a time. Okay. We may bring in two, but we also have to remember too that they probably haven't been channeled before. And so we're asking them to come through me. We're asking them to use me. And like I said, I'm a tool. And so they're going to have to get used to how to use me. And I'm going to have to get used to how they want to talk. Okay. So hang out, just chill. Hmm, hold on. Let me change you up real quick one more time because that's so weird. Now there's three of me. This doesn't make any sense. Hang on. I'm sorry, y'all. This is not a normal thing. I'm normally on my large screen. And so this is a little bit weird. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, so there's always like one spirit that shows up first that's going to be kind of like the lead in everything. I was thinking it was going to be somebody else, but there is a woman. I don't think it's not your mom. It's not your mom. I can tell you that. It's not your mom. I think it goes more of the like the cousin side. She's gonna come up though. Don't worry about this. But it's because you're the woman, I've already felt her for a second. The woman for your mom, I would like to say that she's more angelic. She's more high vibrational, which is good. So we'll have to figure out what happened to her, what was going on. Um your cousin is a funny one in my head. That's just all I'm going to say right now. Very sarcastic, kind of funny, a little snarky in a good way. And the reason why I said that she shows up first is because she's saying like I'm here, I'm good, I feel great. Do you want me to lead you? Do you want me to guide this? And I'm like, yeah, we can totally do this. That's fine. And so you can get like all of these vibes off this person. So, oh, she doesn't want you to take your life so seriously. Is calling herself like a funny guardian angel in a way. What? She says, I go, what happened to you? She goes, shit, it sucked. I was like, okay, so we'll talk about that. So, I mean, and there is a feeling that goes with it, like, ugh. So we'll figure out what that is. Hold on, just stay with me. What? Ooh, she does say she likes him. She likes him. Okay, interesting. She goes like this. She goes, I like him. I like him. I like him. I was like, okay, and so that's good. Says that, ooh, that's weird. She likes his soul because it's very pure, it's very good, it's very like loving, it's always very helpful. She just showed you as like this little boy. I think your mom is kind of here as well, and like you can see just this very almost like a happy child, not normal what I see with, hold on, tell me. She's talking about y'all. Now, this is not your mom. This is your cousin saying that y'all play well together. And she's talking about how Paige, like your biggest reaction for him is ah, like that. Like that's, I mean, that's pretty much it. And there's like a pause with it. But man, you guys, hold on. Wait. There's a man trying to come in too, but I'm letting him out because if we get three, oh, my brain is gonna melt. Hang on. So what? It does. Hold on. So tell me what. God, your cousin is she I don't even know the word for this. She goes, "Oh, I knew I was gonna die. Like, what do you want about it?" Like, I mean, it was whatever. Like that. I guess that's pessimistic. I think it's a word for it. She's saying not optimistic. She's like, "Yeah, we knew." I go, "Okay." She says that I think she would be a really good candidate for reincarnation because I feel like she had a decent life. It's not the best that she could have been. She could have had it, but like she's just pretty much telling me in a feeling that she went through a lot of shit, that her life wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. And like how next time, like it could get a lot better, and how like now I've been through all this crap, so now we're going to level up. It is a thing. I think this totally will be a thing, but like she has to come and help you out all the time now. She says that, wait, somebody just said trim it up, get ready for a wedding. I don't understand what that means. Okay, I mean
Yeah.
that's like legit. What is trim it up, get ready for a wedding? Are y'all getting married now?
We already signed our marriage license, but our ceremony is 8 months away.
Oh, oh, that's cool. Oh, your cousin is just talking smack to him. She comes up and she like gets this and she makes it very almost like angular. She's like, trim it up, get ready for a wedding. Like if you had it like this.
My dude, yeah.
Yeah, how interesting. I wonder, would you move, I don't know what you say, like a lumberjack. You know how they like square it off and make it like that? Like I want you to do that. I think it's gonna look great. So please, we'll get into that. Oh, hold on. What? She's like, I'll be there. I'll be there. Now that I get to get around, like she was having a really hard time. So she's getting all sorts of like, I just want her to be very drunk at your wedding. And I'm okay with that. Like, 'cause she did not really have the ability to do that at the end at all or near it because of what was going on with her. So she's just telling you she's going to be there. She's going to party. She says, wait, tell me what? Are you like the baby cousin? Oh, you're the
Mhm,
baby too. Oh, she goes, she keeps calling you
mhm.
baby cousin over and over again. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, she loves you. She says over here, wait, she says, I'm gonna watch you. She keeps telling me that over there for your husband. Hold on, what? Oh, oh, this is hard. I'm sorry if I get this wrong. Have y'all had talks about like making him go with you to go get his nails and toes cleaned up before this event or something hardcore and like you're like off put by it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so this is what she just showed me. So my husband goes with me now like every 3 weeks and he'll go and he'll get his toes just, cleaned up and he'll get his nails cleaned up, but that's it. And I always make a joke, you should put clear coat on him. And he looks at me like,
Mhm.
what? Because he's a gym rat. And she goes and she shows me that image of me and him getting that done. And she says, oh, she's trying to get him to do that too, but we'll see if it happens. Please go. It will be good. Right. And then you're like, there ain't nothing wrong with my nails. That's what you say. So it's like there's always a rebuttal for it. And so she's
Yep.
like, will you shut up and just do it? Okay. So that's her with you in your conversations. She says that, can you tell me about his and what? Oh, Nope, that was it. It was over. I'm asking her about passing. Um, God, it's so expensive. Being sick is so expensive. She's talking about how um I don't know what treatments. What are the treatment? Hang on. Give me a second. Hold on. She keeps making my veins burn. Why? Um, she's talking about not putting her on a life support. Did she not? Did she like not? I don't know. Hold on. These are all feelings and I'm trying to get it correctly. So she's showing me like 5 different things in my head and I'm putting together as one. Maybe she had a catheter in her heart. I don't know, but
Mm-mm. I don't think
yeah,
so.
it's weird. She keeps showing me a couple of things. She keeps showing me veins over and over again. She keeps talking about treatment. She keeps talking about letting her go home, letting her go home. I feel like she was in the hospital an incredible amount of time over and over and over again. I
Mhm.
think even in a way she keeps talking about the expense of it and how it's just a monster of its own. She keeps talking about how what? Are y'all from or is she from like a little town? Are y'all from like a little bitty town?
We are. Yeah, that's what
Y'all
we
are.
just moved. Yeah, we just bought a house last year in a small town.
My
Oh,
parents
congrats.
live in a small town too, so
Little bitty towns. Okay, only reason I'm saying this because I lived in a tiny town when I was a military wife for a little bit, and they keep talking about like the hospital systems and how they're crap. So for me, that's little town hospital systems. And that goes on to clues there. She says that she likes the woods in your area. We'll go into that. She says that she just gives you a kiss. What? Hold on. Were we not able to keep her on hospice at home? We had to do it at a facility because of the room or something? What was that
She
about?
she she was at home when she passed.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know if she was on hospice. I don't think they could afford it.
afford it.
Um,
That's the cost she keeps talking about
mhm.
over and over again.
She
Okay, yeah,
yeah,
hold
she had
don't she had what?
esophageal cancer and stomach cancer.
Oh,
She
that's why she
didn't
keeps talking about tubes.
Yeah, she was special needs. So she didn't quite understand it, but like I went to go see her 3 days before she passed and she said, "I'm gonna die." And she
She
had
knew it.
never said her, so yeah.
Yeah, she knew. So no wonder she was in that way. Interesting. Yeah, she is. No wonder she's sassy now. No wonder she was in because of that lie. Yeah, she's fine. She has a lot of, and that's why, so her mom was taking care of her.
Mhm.
That's why her mom's older and taking care of her. Okay, interesting. Yeah, she kept giving me the feeling and the signs and the words of, I'm at home. It's such a big cost. This is such a big, heavy thing for everybody around us. My poor aging mother is like taking care of me. I don't know what to do. It's so hard for everybody. It was really difficult. And
Yeah.
she in the moment of all this, she couldn't express it properly, but she knew what was going on. Um, she has attitude, which is great, and that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. She says that, and no wonder you're her baby all the time.
Mhm.
So tell me about, no wonder she likes you too. Hold on. She'll like flick him in his head and stuff like that. Weird. She's like, it's interesting because she's a lady in my head, but she acts like a 16-year-old girl that's a little snotty in a great
she
way. Tell
always
me.
used to, whenever she would see me the few times that I did get to meet her, she
Hmm.
would always claim me as her boyfriend.
Yeah, she would.
No wonder
And
she. Oh,
when we went to go see her right before she passed, he was cut down. He didn't have a long
Yep.
really? Oh, that's why she keeps telling you to cut it down. Oh, interesting. Oh, so she's gonna be at the wedding. How cool. Oh, wait. So let me ask her. What? What? I said, how? I go, you're special needs. I said, so tell me about it. And she's like, telling me that, hold on. She said she wasn't too far gone, quote unquote. She doesn't like to be, I said, how much of a special needs? Like, all right, because there's some that, like I've talked with all sorts. And she's talking about how she was still mentally sharp, like to a point. But it's interesting because she's talking about how I just didn't know how to do some things. That's what she just said. I go, okay, that's it. Hold on. She like goes, she's washing her face. Interesting. Maybe they like made her do that. Mom doesn't have a lot of money. She can be a princess now. She can tell me. I just want her to have a horse. Um, Interesting. She was never able to do that before. Oh, do y'all have like a couple of acres now? The house that you bought?
We have
Oh,
two.
oh, you legit.
And it used to be an old horse farm.
Hmm. Her favorite animal was a horse. She had the mental capacity of a 5-year-old, but horses were her thing. Like her whole room was decked out with horses.
Shut up. Okay, so this is what. Oh, that's so weird. Sorry. No, not okay. This is what she said. She goes, I can have a horse. And I go, okay. I said, well, where's this horse at? And she says, on their property. She's talking. That's why. And I was like, a couple of acres, 2. You said 2. And then she keeps talking about how it can live there. I bet. So there's a couple of things going on. Remember, she's crossed over, right? So she's in spirit realm. Horses are higher vibrational animals because they're just like us. It's just a part of the universal thing. And so I'm probably guessing that you have a dead horse or 2 on the property that were
Yeah.
there, and she goes
Yeah.
and she stays there, and now she has her horse that's dead because she is on your property. There's weirder things that have happened in a session, and I'm just going to tell you that may be one of them. So there's a whole layer that we do not see that it is always there. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, how interesting. Wait, so let me hold on. They're going to talk, and I'm going to bring in your family too. She's just so fun to talk to. She calls your dad a nice man. Hold on. She goes like this. There's a gentleman that shows up in my head right now. Your mom's gonna come through as well in just a second. Your mom is more of a spirit. Your cousin and your father feel like physical people, and that's just because they haven't been gone that long. That's a whole nother thing. And so but that doesn't mean anything bad. That just means they're still showing up in their body. Oh, your mother brought y'all together. That's just a whole thing. All I heard was like a voice that said, I brought them together. Like that's what it just sounded like. I was like, all right, angel in my head, we're gonna do this. Hold on. Tell me about this. Ooh, 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 right. When are we? Hold on. Oh, I don't want to get this wrong. They just showed me little kids running around your property. That's so interesting. Are you pregnant right now? Are you about to be?
We're trying. I had a miscarriage.
Oh,
Ago.
you're about. Okay, so FYI, and no, this means it's about to happen. Like I know you had a miscarriage. We'll get into that. That's the same thing coming back in. So that's a little girl trying to come back in again. Hold on. That's it. Hold on. We'll get into this. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Tell me. I think you're gonna end up being pregnant again, like really, really soon. Like if not now, I mean, because this is what they just showed me. They showed me an image of there's a boy and a girl. They showed me this of like running around on this property, just like having a really good time. And then they showed me an image of you being very round because you will have a very large child. You'll be like me. I was very round as well. And but it feels so physical and like right now that I mean, I would say if y'all want to have any honeymoon vacation or anything like that, get that done right now. Okay. Because this is about to pop off pretty darn quickly. Hold on. I want to ask about this. Hang on. Tell me. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Now with the miscarriage that we just recently had, um, Hold on. I wonder if down, I mean, I don't know how close this cousin was. Do you know if heart affect things are in your like, yeah, interesting.
His dad.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, there's something about how with that um miscarriage, if this would have been continuous, that like this genetic thing of like this heart stuff would have happened in it, but at a young, and so it just wouldn't have worked out. So no bad feelings or anything like that. It's going to show back up again. Wait. Were you like 11 weeks at that point for this miscarriage, or what were you at? Yeah, cool. Okay. Oh, it's so weird. It's like how they show it. It's so fast. So what your father is saying and what she is saying is like, don't worry about it. This one was just because the body wasn't ready. It couldn't have held it. I know you want a boy, but I think we're gonna hit up with a girl first. Just FYI. And then I think you're gonna end up getting a boy later. The only reason is because you see this little boy, this little chunky thing running around, but it's smaller than the girl. So with me, that means younger, right? In age. Hold on. Your dad says that you got to be proud for what you can get. Like he's just very he's hold on, tell me. Y'all are good. He loves y'all. Hold on. So I'm gonna bring him in real quick. Tell me. He wants to tell you how good of a man you are. He just wants you to know you don't take enough time out for yourself to like really acknowledge that. I don't think you take that at all. Like she tells you, but you really need to hear that too. He says that, I mean, you're not alone in the world. FYI, you're not. You're not alone in the world. You have her. He's still here. Don't worry about it. Okay. And you're going to have this baby and you're going to have to take care of two of them. And it's going to be really, really good. He says that Emma, you're going to drive yourself nuts. You're going to wish you're alone in the world. Okay. But it's going to be good. Hold on. Tell me what. He didn't want to die. Dad didn't want to die. He said, I had no clue. I had no clue. I had no idea. And I go, I know. He just wishes he could come up and shake your hand over and over again. He doesn't say a lot of words. He's giving me more feelings. And he just stands behind you and he keeps putting his hand on your shoulder. He just wants you to know that you're not alone ever. He says that and like you continue to do things in honor for him. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Like you do it inside all the time. He just puts like in honor, he puts his name and he says like thank you for that. He says that we'll have to figure out what that is. He says that oh he like he hugs you and he makes you gets you really really close. He puts you as like this really little kid in my head again. He's very happy to be with your mom, like your mom now. And he's talking about he turns himself golden, which is very interesting because that means very heavenly, and he like has this whole family thing. He just wants you to know that you're not alone ever. He says that. Tell me. Hold on. He keeps telling to take care of yourself. That means like take a shower, make sure to stay clean, make sure to like keep everything well. I don't know what the whole point of that is. He keeps putting cologne on. So it's like, I guess you're outside a lot or you do things outside all the time. And so he's reminding you to like relax, take a time, pamper yourself, right? He says that you always tell him you love him. He loves you too. Don't ever think he doesn't hear you. Okay. He talks about how he's just making me hear that and he's like acknowledging it and giving it back to you. What
Mhm.
happened? So where are you at now? Hold on. What happened to you? Mm. There was nothing they could do to save him, apparently. Nothing they could do to save him. That's what he says. He says that, tell me. What are you, hold on. What about it? You, somebody keeps saying maybe if I'd have been there to do this. And so I'm asking, why do we say this? Hold on. But you're off doing your own thing and everything at that point. You're not living with him, correct? When he passes away? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, sorry. He says he gives me the phrase of if I would have been there, da 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 da, like all the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And he says he's off doing his own thing. You have a lot of guilt, like ties up with that. So you need to let all that go. He says that, where were you at? Did he end up dying at home?
No,
No.
he died in the hospital.
In the hospital. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
he went in to have heart surgery,
Oh, for his
and
heart.
the surgery went great, and
Mhm,
he was awesome.
mhm.
And then he ended up having a stroke when he was under, and it came to that point where he was put on a ventilator, and essentially my mom, my sister, and I kind of, because
Yeah.
he always that he never wanted to be in a nursing home if he was
No,
essentially going to be, like, didn't have any control of his body. He didn't want to
no,
live that life. And
no.
with him having a stroke, the doctor said that potentially 80% of his right side of his brain could be gone.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I
you
mean,
did the right
I,
thing.
yeah,
You did.
He went for surgery at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I was up at 5, and I wanted to call him, and I've been holding that for a long time.
Oh, don't. No, that's the whole talking back and forth. So that's for you. Okay, interesting. Yeah, he had no idea. He had no clue, and I don't need you to hold that. I mean, and you tell him that, like, you have the I'm sorries all the time, so you need to let that go. Okay, because he keeps talking about how that's also going to affect the baby too. So let that go so that way he can come in and allow healing and allow things to work through you. Like, legit. He says that, tell me about it. Oh, y'all are such a good little couple together. He puts y'all together and has you hug back and forth, back and forth. So you exchange your energies and your sadness, and it's so good because that's what we need. He says that, tell me about her. Hold on. Hold on. Ooh, even though he wasn't his real dad, he was very much a father figure for you too. Yeah, that's very nice. Yeah. He talks about that. He says that I had this, vibe across both of them all the way through. He's very proud for what he had. He says, "Oh, tell me about that." What? Oh. Did he get remarried to like your stepmom? I guess your stepmom like 2 years after his first wife died or something?
um,
Your other mom?
yeah, I don't remember the exact time range, but yeah, it was within that time range after she died because they were best friends.
Yeah, okay, okay. This is what he said. The time range is hard for me. He goes, I said, so I see you had a stepwife or a stepmom. I said, did you love her? And he said, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I go, good. So there was a real good thing. I said, did he like her? And he goes, yes. He goes, he's very respectful of her. I said, good. So like there's something about that. He says that I don't know if it's so much like hardcore love, but it's just there, right? I'm just gonna leave that there. He says that he says it was really, really quickly. It was very shortly, after my first wife died. And I go, okay, usually for me, that means 2 years. Um, one. Your sister, that's his and her biological kid.
Mm-mm.
No, that would be my stepmom's biological.
That's your stepmom's biological. Okay, cool. Because I go, I said, so his sister, I said, is that, y'all's child? I said, or is she adopted too? And he goes and he does like this and he gives me the thing for bio. So like it came from them. So not fully adopted like you. He says that, which doesn't matter. He says that I'm just trying to get a scope on the family. Tell me about them. So what was going on with you? Did he just go in for like a regular, like his artery was blocked?
I think so. There was
Mhm.
something with his valve and
Valve.
something was really.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He's just talking about how he goes like this. I said, so what were you in there for heart surgery? Sometimes they have a hole in the heart. Sometimes it's because something's dying or whatever. And he goes like this. He opens it up. Boop. And I'm like, okay, maybe we opened it or maybe it was blocked.
Yeah.
It could also be for valve too, right? He says that, tell me what? What was the shenanigery going on after his passing with like you and like Wills and like between them? Like, was there like something like going on with that? Like the shit show?
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
thought his dad and him and I were talking about some of the things that he was gonna get,
Mhm.
and I guess things were changed with his will, and so there was like some going back and forth between him and his stepmom because his dad had told us some things and then he never ended up telling her because like he wouldn't remember to tell her things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was just back and forth. And so that was a whole thing in its own. But
They had switched the will right before the surgery had happened too.
mhm. A few months before there,
Why?
I don't know. We didn't really
I really don't know what was there was, some things that were more or less, like items and stuff that I was gonna remember him by.
Yeah.
Wasn't like for me, it wasn't even so much money and stuff like that.
No,
Like,
it's just
but
items. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And so some of the things that we had talked about didn't actually get put in there because it was after that. And then
Yeah.
it just also fast that my dad wasn't, but the interesting thing is he told me to keep his one shotgun for my house
Yeah.
because it was the first ever hunting gun that I shot a deer with. And something he
Funny that I
never,
brought up the deer earlier.
yeah, he
Yeah.
never ever like necessarily let me keep one of the guns over a year. And he said, "Hey, keep it nice. I'm gonna get it back." And that was last year. And then he
Yeah.
passed away that winter.
So you were able to keep it.
Yeah,
mhm.
I was able to keep that. Yeah, there was things that happened with the will, but
Good. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll let's get into that right now. Then I want to get into a couple other things. I want to see. Hold on. Hold on. Tell me. Hmm. I don't know if I like your sister. Have we pushed her away? Do we like not talk to her at all?
I mean, I keep in touch with her, but her and I never really had a
Bonded.
relationship.
Okay. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's nieces and nephews. They have kids,
Yeah.
and so more active in talking with the kids and whatnot. And like
Yeah.
my sister and I, now that it's just my mom, her and I are kind of starting to
To get up.
plan things and starting to build up our relationship a little bit
Okay.
more.
Okay. There's a feeling of only reason. So I said, so what's going on with the family? How is this going to work out later on? And he shows like what would have been like a wedge between everybody. So like little triangles. So for me, that just means not as close as we should be. And then it's like maybe we couldn't have been as close with the sister. But then the other thing he says is invite them over for Christmas. So it's like, please have them come over. Please have them show up. Please have them be a part of your life, like down the line. That would be good.
Mm,
He talks about how, hold on, let me see. Hold on.
that'd be good.
Yeah, please
Mhm.
go and do it. Where are you at that it's cold all the time? So you're obviously not in Texas. Where are you at?
Michigan.
Oh shit. Oh, y'all keep that up there. Oh, so you know about snow and power outages. You know about this. Okay. Yeah, yeah. He says, what's going on? He talks about shoveling snow. He talks about it being cold all the time. I'm like, all right, this is the first time I shovel snow in my life, by the way. Um, he says it's not fun. Oh, come here, bud. He doesn't like it either. What? Tell me. He's funny. He just put on shorts and a tropical shirt, and he talks about like, yeah, he I want him to, again, let's just bring up Florida. Weird. I just want him to like go down to Florida. I want him to go hang out down there. I want him to go like have a nice little vacation. Like, I don't know. I just want him to like be on the beach for a moment. He feels like a forest person, but what's up with that?
Every year for about a month, my mom and him would go down to Florida for
Mhm.
January.
That's funny. Oh, in January?
January, February, and March. If
Yeah.
it was always
Uh-huh.
during
Oh.
or longer.
Well, that's why he said he's in Florida. Interesting. Yeah, I got a pineapple. I didn't get a pineapple with an X over it. So I'm like, why are we bringing this up? So, no, technically, he's in Florida right now. Okay, at least in that area. He says that, what? He wishes y'all would have gone on trips with him. Hold on. Yeah, that would have been great. What did you do? Hold on. Was he like, ooh, I may get this wrong. Um, I think he's joking with me. Was he like 59? How old was he? I think he's I think he's like 64, 65, but how old was he?
In his
He
60s.
was
63.
He was 63 when he passed away.
Yeah, uh-huh. Okay. Okay. This is what he said. I go, "How old are you?" I said, "I bet you're about I said, "Are you retirement age 65?" He goes, "Oh no." I said, "You feel like 62, 63, 64." And he goes, "I'm 59." I was like, "Uh-huh." That's why I was like, I think he's joking with me. So, um, oh, he's like happy and sad that he didn't get to get old. So tell me about your son a little bit more and what's going on with that. Hang on. Interesting. You'll ha- Are y'all having a partially outdoor wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Oh, interesting. Not weird about the wedding, but how he showed it to me. He goes like this. I said, "So what's up with your son?" He says, "Tell him I'll be there." He puts himself in a suit. And then he has y'all linking hands and saying, "I will," but then you can see trees. And I'm like, okay, cool. So, but then he talks about we don't have to worry about the weather. So I'm like, okay, so partially outside, inside. He says that, ooh, he's gonna put on his little lapel. Oh, are you gonna wear boots for the wedding?
We were talking about it. We
Ah,
uh, we decided we're not going to, but that was like one of our first choices.
why don't you?
Because some of our bridal party doesn't really like boots, so it's not really comfortable. And
Oh,
it was
screw
just
that. It's your wedding. Mm, mm. It's your wedding. You do what you want to do. Anyways, just FYI. Sorry, that's me coming from being married twice. Do what you want to do. But yeah, that's the whole thing. So this is what they showed me. They showed me boots. They put boots on my head, and then they switched it for like black patent men's shoes. And I was like, okay. I was like, I think we need to have boots. He says that. Tell me about this. Hold on. What are they going to do with the land? Wait, are y'all actually going to be homesteading on this thing? Like with a little garden and stuff like that?
they for the wedding.
No, no, for your home that you bought with the 2 acres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We on it.
I put in a food plot every year too.
Oh, how cool. Oh, I'll have to email you. I'll have to we'll we'll talk about that. I'm buying land soon. I don't know anything about it, but I will contact you. I have people that do cows. I'm gonna have a dairy cow. That's gonna be a whole thing. Can you imagine me out there with udders? It'll be a thing though. So yeah, they talk about how with you, they show me like a victory garden, which is my head, like making all your own food, and they talk about how it's like a homestead. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing, and how you'll have a lot of things. Ooh, oh, this is not weird. Are you going to end up homeschooling your kids, which is fine? Have you thought about doing that? Have you thought that
Yeah,
far? Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay. Sorry. There's a thing about how you're going to like teach them and how they're going to be there with you every step of the way. Um, yeah, your father has not left you. He loves you. Your cousin is here too, which is also just like your snarky best friend in a good way. Let me see if we can get mom. Mom is here. She is angelic. Let's ask what. Hold on. Oh, your mom was very happy to have you. Very happy to get you. She goes, I was so happy to get him. I was so happy to have him. This is how she sounds in my head, just very like monotone. Hold on, let's see. What? Interesting. She talks about quote unquote putting up with your dad. So maybe he was a little bit more feisty in a way when he was younger,
Yeah.
or zesty, because she talks about, "Oh, I had to put up with him, but I loved him." I go, okay. It almost feels like, was it mom's idea to adopt you all the way at first?
Um, I think it was always in my mom's plans, and then when she finally talked to my dad about it, that's when it kind of became a reality.
Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. She talks about how like it was always part of my heart like that, and like you still are, so that's your plan. That's the whole thing. She says that. Wait, so tell me. Ooh, weird. You know who your biological mom is? Do you know who like your biological mom is? Like you've heard about her before, you've met her before,
I've
but she's
heard of her, but I've never met her.
met her. Yeah, there's so this is what I have a cousin and a best friend that was adopted, and one of them doesn't know absolutely anything, like can't find her anything. And she talks about how your like biological mother, I don't think we necessarily needed to meet her or need to meet her. I don't know if she's like a great person. I don't know why. I don't know. There's like nothing that comes in about that. But then she talks about you knowing about her or knowing who she is. But maybe we haven't met her, and she's talking about how, if you ever have a wanting or a need, I don't know. There's like something about that. She talks about how she is your real mom, like this one right here. She is your real mom. She says that. Wait, so tell me about this. What happened to you, baby? She's talking about letting go, so she had a chance to let go. Hold on. Hold on. Did like she end up getting like a type of cancer?
She died of
Yeah. That's sad. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is what she said. What happened to you? And she shows me an image of being really sick and watching you play and watching you run around and knowing that she's going to pass and not be with you, and
hmm
how hard that is for her. And she says that her body wouldn't let her keep going. She also said that if she would have known about this, that she wouldn't have adopted because she would have never wanted to leave you in that situation and your dad, because it was really, really hard for her. Um, because she never wanted to have you suffer because of the loss of her. She says that she says, quote unquote, guess I shouldn't have been in the sun. And I'm like, stop. And so she was a sun bunny growing up, I guess, whenever she was younger. But she's talking about slathering baby oil. So, like, let's just say in like the 70s or 80s, whatever, like this was the whole thing. That's what we did. She says that, what? She must have been very petite, because in my head, she's very tall. I'm 6 feet tall. I'm a moose. And she's talking about, she's staying next to me, and she's talking about when she's younger. She's like very like petite and slim and everything like that. She says that she likes to come and like touch your hair all the time. She like pets your head all the time. She like tries to put you to sleep. I think in a way she still feels like you're like this 3, 4-year-old little kid in my head. But she's seen you grow up this entire time. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Did you end up getting, this is not a bad thing. We don't need to feel bad about it. Did like, I'm gonna call you wife. Did you help him like stop drinking so much or something? Were we really like, yeah, yeah,
I went,
good.
uh, yeah, I went down a bad path when I got out of school, and I was starting to get into some
Drugs.
drugs. I was relying on booze and blowing
Uh-huh.
on it. And
Uh-huh. That's what she keeps talking about. She says she shows me an image of you being by yourself and literally saying the words for you saying, fuck it, I don't care. And then just going to pound town on these items.
that's what it was.
And then she's talking about how almost getting into a mental state of like, the S word, like maybe like unaliving and stuff, or like just feeling really, really bad, getting to the point where maybe you could get to that state. It's okay. We've all been there. I've been there too. Okay.
hmm
So don't ever think nobody's judging. But then she talks about how it's so nice to have her come in because she provides value and worth for you, and how you've really been able to like even him out and like keep him level. She says that, she was always like your guardian angel during that whole time, telling you stop it, but you're also very, very stubborn. We know where we get that from. And so we have just letting you know. She says that, tell me, tell me, tell me. She says if you give him something to do with his hands, he's good to go. That's all it is. When are you, or do you like build fences in like wood shops or something like that? Or are you just like a master at like putting shit together?
I like putting stuff together, and it
Yeah.
was like growing up my whole life. My dad was an electrician, so he was always doing house jobs, and so I
You
was
know
learning
what?
growing up not knowing I was learning these things until I got older.
Oh, how cool. Oh, no wonder. Oh, nifty. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, so it's going to be perfect for you. Oh, wait, hold on. So tell me about this. Hang on. Ooh. Ooh, you're probably going to say no to this, but I don't know why. Are y'all going to get a goat?
We talked about getting goats and horses.
Okay, please get a goat. Get like 2 or 3. This is what she just showed me. She just showed me like one of those pygmy goats. Like on TikTok, you'll see them go bleh, like that. That's all I saw. And I was like, okay. And she put it in a field, and I was like, but there's snow. How do goats and snow go together? And she's talking about you could put them away. Yeah, please do that. Please do. I think it would be really, really good. She says that not only the tax break on top of that, right? Because we have a livestock thing on top of it.
Yeah.
She says that, ooh, tell me. What? Your mom just wants to apologize for not being there for you for most of your life, but she's always been there guiding you the entire time. Okay. And she's not leaving you. Ooh, hold on. Oh, interesting. I've never seen that before. She goes and she gets like a crown of like roses. That's the best way I can describe it. And she puts it on top of her head, which means like you're the new queen, or you're the queen, you're the everything. But they're pink. They're like pinkish white color in my head. So it's very soft, very light, very beautiful. Oh, what? She keeps talking about how do you? Are you going to see, I don't know how that works. So now I'm trying to think of this. Are Do we have something that we're going to add to your dress of his mother's that passed away when he was 4?
His his dad.
His dad. What is that? What's that about? What is that?
I made a bear out of the shirt for his that he wore to the hospital for his mom,
Yeah.
and I have all these little scraps, and it's blue, so I'm gonna put it on the inside of my dress as my something
Yes.
blue. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, okay. Oh, that's nifty. Yeah, they're there for that. Yeah, they go and they talk about, they show me this like baby pink, and they show me like these soft colors, and they go and they take it and they move it over to you, and they show your dress, and they show like on it. And that's why I'm like, what is this? Where does this go?
That
Okay. Just no, they know about that. Oh, that was really difficult in my head. Hold on. What? Hold on. Salt. What are you talking about? Salt. Hold on. Weird. Are we having to get our band resized? Or what?
My dad gave me
Oh.
the wedding ring, and we've talked about getting it resized and just kind of bouncing off the idea, but it's so much that we don't necessarily know if we want to get it just because it means so much.
Okay. Okay. I would say do it. Only reason being is because they brought up a ring, they brought up band, they brought up not being able to wear it, and they brought up resizing, like literally like cutting off part of it and smushing it together. And that's why I was like, that for me means please do it. Okay. So if you want to, please, because it would mean a lot.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. And it's sitting right there. How cool.
Mhm.
Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, they're totally around. Wait, I want to ask them a couple more questions, and I want to see if y'all have any questions too. So tell me what, dad or mom? Hold on. They're talking about dogs. They're talking about grabbing dogs' faces and going, "Blah, blah, 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 blah," and you can feel like the lips that are here like that. And they're talking about, God, y'all have had dead dogs, but you also have them living with you too. So it's like a whole overlay. It's like we got live ones, we got dead ones, we got them all here, and they're just talking about it. And they're talking about playing with them in your house, and they're talking about how, hold on. Are we going to get a new puppy for her? Like, oh, don't. Okay.
No,
Okay. I was like, y'all have enough right now.
yeah, we
There,
do.
I know you do. So it's weird. It's like, oh, I'll get one just for me that's small. And I'm like, y'all have some nice honking ones right now that are big that are running around. And so hold on, let's see. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Wait. Let me see. Hold on. Wait. What is that? Hold on. What kind of dog is that? What is that?
To Mr. Pickles.
Weird. Do we have like half? Ooh, like, uh, there's some sort of dog that has like an underbite, and I don't know what that is, but I don't know if that's now. That's not now right now. It's almost like maybe if somebody had like a Pekingese, but that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, cause all I'm feeling is like a lot of like lab energy, like big dog things, like bulls and stuff like that type of thing. What do we have right now? There's so many going on in my head
We
right now.
have 4 dogs.
Yeah,
We have a pit bull,
bull.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
we have a beagle, we have a little chihuahua mix, and we just got 2 months ago a lab mix.
Okay. Okay. So that is the big and the little. Okay, does one of them have an underbite like the chihuahua or something?
No,
A
but
few days after his dad passed away, somebody dropped off the chihuahua in our garage. And we kept saying Michael, and he kept responding to Michael, which
The
is
new
his dad.
puppy.
And
Okay.
we named him Mr. Pickles instead. But also,
That tell me.
they got a dog for an emotional support dog for his dad before his surgery. And he has an underbite. And he's a small dog
he's a little
too.
Yes,
shit.
he's little.
He's a Shih Tzu mix.
Shih Tzu. Okay, look up Pekingese and look up Shih Tzu.
Yeah. They look exactly alike.
And now it's his
It's
stepmom's
my
emotional
stepmom's
support dog.
emotional support animal, and she didn't really want the dog at first, and now it's her best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. So they're talking about them all. Do you see how it was like they're like ba 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 and they're showing ba 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 and then there's so many things going on. So know that that's probably why I said new puppy. So because Chihuahuas are tiny. And so that new one is for you. Okay. That's him sending it over. The Pekingese, that one that you were talking about, I'm just gonna say is the Shih Tzu is hers. They're saying like we know about this. The lab and the bull are all part of your whole group as well. So yeah, you don't need any more dogs. You're good. That's just them playing with your animals on your property. Okay.
We do that all the time. We shake their faces all the time.
Yes.
So
Blah, 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 blah. That's what they're making me feel. So know that that's your mother talking about this BTW. So they're everywhere. So your cousin's playing with the dead horses. Your mom is there with you with all the dogs. Your dad is hanging out back and forth between them all. You have a whole layer of reality that you just can't see. Like you should just name it the haunted farm. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So y'all, I mean, God, for right now, do you have any questions for me? Because I also have to go to my next session, but I want to see. Okay, this is what I want y'all to do first. Whenever you get a second tonight, tomorrow, send me an email. Let me know your date of birth. Mine's November 7th, 1988, and where you were born at. I was born in Clear Lake, Texas, right outside of Houston. Send that to me because I'd like to look at y'all's charts to see how you pair with each other. I just think it'd be cool, especially since y'all are getting married. And then I'll email you back and let you know. Now, with that too, do y'all have any questions for me at all or anything?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Open. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's cool. You're always connected to them. And if you just take the time to like feel and you know how they're talking and you can understand it, I mean, they're always there. Don't ever think they're gone. Okay. But we're so into this physical world all the time and how loud it is that it's quiet. It's patient. You saw me
Mhm.
like take the time, right? But none of us are normally like that, right? So we miss it. We miss them, okay? Or miss the signs. So what I want y'all to do right now is I want you to take a couple of minutes. I want you to either have a good breather or have a good ugly cry. Make sure you do it separate, okay? And then whenever you get a second tonight, take a moment and tell them all that you love them and tell them thank you for coming through. Okay.
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 All
And
right.
if you need me, let me know.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thank
Okay.
you. I
You're welcome.
appreciate it.
Love y'all. Bye.